it's over. Do you need anything like I need you? I've got no place to I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Things they said, my heart's unbreaking. Your radiant truth, I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. Your radiance, your radiance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go. Dude, let's go. Saturday night. Yeah, 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 yeah. I can't pretend. No, 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 no. I hope this never ends. It's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. Let's go, your radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. Your radiant. Your radiant. Dude, that shit is fucked up. Jenny, if you can hear me, will you bring me the water? I fucking forgot my water, and I just got plugged in. I don't feel like getting up. There, that would be huge. Dude, how we doing, people? I'm hoping Jenny will do me a solid. Oh, you're the best. Thank you. Love you, baby. Listen to
what they need. Put a picture so I can see. February has gone, the days away. Away, she is younger than me. Let's go.
they say.
Save yourself for another day. This one's gone, is gone to the wind again. Yeah, again. Dude, how we doing, guys? Dude, it feels brighter in here all of a sudden. Let's go. Make amends. You've been down for as long as you've ever been. This way's up, but you're down again. It's just like you two pull off. Let's go! The lost stranger, the wonder familiar face. Pieces that shake, I've had one too many of them. Now we pretend. Woo! Ooh, yeah. Dude, how we doing, guys? Yeah, I like this song a lot too. This one's got a special place in my heart. It's just quirky. It's a vibe. Just like snow castles, are we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles, are we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles, are we drift to the edge. Just like snow castles, oh, we drift to the edge. Oh, we drift to the edge. Dude. Dude, you know what's so funny? You know what the crazy thing about this song is? When I listen to it now as you know, a 56-year-old man, I was like, I don't know, 28 when I wrote it, like half my life ago. But when I hear it, I wish I could have, I was a singer back then, right? Like, I struggled a lot with singing. I didn't have any breath control. I hadn't taken years of voice lessons, you know, and so King of Autotune. No, I've never used Autotune ever, but like most people don't really use Autotune. Most people just use that as an effect. But like I couldn't fucking sing back then. I mean, I screamed and I did my best to sort of hit pitches and shit, but I didn't have the breath control, like to be able to go like high screamy and then bring it down to a soft whispering singing. You know, I didn't have that kind of range, man. And like my bands in the 90s, bro, fuck, dude. The bands I was in the 90s would have been so good if I could have had the range I had in the 2000s. Because it took me getting to Portland and getting like sober and then finding a good voice coach and doing a lot of work to actually gain access to like my full voice. Oh, like, man, bro, you know what I'm saying? Dude, if I'd had that voice in the 90s, dude, I would have ended up on Columbia Records, but I also probably would have ended up dead. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise, right? Dude, America is tacitly declaring war on Nigeria. Yeah, dude, this shit is like, this war shit is crazy. Dude, what a mess that we are right now, guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about this, dude. Think about what a fucking mess we are dealing with right now, dude. You know, re-record it? Nah, dude. Dude, I don't have time to do music. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. Dude, I fucking work 16 hours a day, boss. Easy, right? 18 hours a day right now. There's no time to do anything. I don't even have a social life, dude. I fucking, you know what my hobby is right now? Being a YouTuber, right? My hobby, my entertainment, my job, and my fucking, you know, the thing I dream about when I'm asleep, all of that is just being a political YouTuber. That's it. Dude, I have no life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it mostly. You know, sometimes I don't like it. But yeah, this is my social life, is talking to this moving chat. I love it too. I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, I'd have no life, bro. I don't know how YouTubers do it who don't live stream. I'll be honest, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, live streaming is cool. At least we have this like social interaction. But I honestly, guys, I don't know how YouTubers who don't live stream, I don't know how they do it. Maybe that's why they do a bunch of collabs, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of have to have the human contact or something. But it's you know, it's definitely a consuming lifestyle. You know, maybe one day I'll be as big as Candy O, and then I just have to do it for like 2 hours a day, and I have like an editing team and shit. You appreciate me? Thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot, dude. Excuse me. It is cool that there's people from all over the world, and there's people of all different genders and sexual orientations and income levels. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty amazing. Dude, dude, I'll be honest. I like the chats. I do. So we have something to add because I just noticed there's a big scandal, guys, about James Talarico because he follows some like adult film stars or some shit. And this reporter, Alex Thompson, is making a huge deal of it. And dude, who cares, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, James Talarico's not telling us how to live our life. I don't care if they follow porn stars. You got to see what I tweeted, though, dude. Look at this. Because I just fucking savaged this guy, boss. It's this Alex Thompson guy, dude. This fucking clown, right? Dude, this fucking clown, bro. This guy has posted some other weird shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's like, I don't know, dude. This guy's questionable, but look at his big story. It says, new, James Talarico follows several adult film performers, escorts, and OnlyFans models on Instagram, according to an Axios review. Group hug, let's go, Kennewick. Let's go, baby. Okay? That's the big fucking story. Hold on. Let me get my fucking Windows set up here. Dude, what a fucking clown. And then it goes on to say his spokesperson, JT Ennis, said in a statement, the social media team, including James, follows back and engages with supporters who have large followings and does not investigate their backgrounds. James has never subscribed to OnlyFans or an escort service. Okay? But like, bro, what a fucking clownery. But watch my tweet here. Because look at this shit. I'm like, who fucking cares? Adult performers do real work. There's legitimate human beings as anyone. You're fucking clowns to make a big deal of this. If Talarico fucks one while cheating on his wife and pays her off, he might even end up as president. Dude, ain't that the truth, right? Dude, if Talarico commits adultery, bangs one, pays her off, and fucking threatens to have her killed, dude, maybe he will get the top job, right? Is that what they're mad about, right? Dude, isn't that crazy? Talk about the different like lifestyles though. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, dude, this is so funny, bro. Right? And here are some of the accounts, right? We have fucking Allie Pence, Carter Cruz, Jacqueline, and Honky Tonk Angel. Like, who cares though? You know what I'm saying? Dude, who fucking cares, bro? Let's go. Dude, I love it. People are like, yeah. Dude, let's go. Dude, this only makes him better, bro. Dude, I feel like, dude, here's the deal, okay? We got to stop attacking sex workers, all right? You know what I'm saying? We have to stop attacking sex workers. Why do people, this is 2025, why are we acting like sex workers, adult film workers, like OnlyFans models? Why are we acting like they're second-rate human beings? What is that about? You know, even with Trump and Stormy Daniels, I don't care that Trump hangs out with Stormy Daniels. I do have a problem that he's cheating on his pregnant wife, and I have a problem that he was an adulterous lech continuously, a liar, a cheat, who manipulated Stormy, like offering her The Apprentice and shit to get laid, and then he pays her off to be president. That shit is low grade. But the fact of like hanging out with porn stars or porn stars having sex with porn stars, it's not a big deal. Dude, they are doing very important work. I love adult film workers. I do, dude. I love them. I have plenty of favorites. I've made some, like, I made a TV show with an adult film worker. Okay. There was one in Dick Strange. I made sort of a comedy TV show about an adult film director. But this idea that they are like less than, or they're dirty, or they're bad is so passe, bro. It's so dumb. Like, they do really important work. And the reality is that escorting and shit shouldn't even be illegal, okay? They should be able to unionize, and they should be able to get, you know, health benefits and 401ks and shit, or whatever retirement package we're using now. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is nonsensical. And this Alex Thompson guy is so ridiculous, dude. Right? Dude, this is fucking hilarious, bro. Oh my God. What a con. There we go. Let's go. Dude. Dinks, bro. Fucking dinks, dude. Dude. Well, and here's what's weird about it, though, guys. What's weird about it is with this, like, even with the Republicans, okay, even with Republicans, I don't care if they're hanging out with sex workers. I don't care if they have sexual fetishes and shit, right? I don't care if they want to be banged with like cucumbers or something. No one cares. What I care about is when they have those sexual proclivities and then they come and tell us that we're dirty or shameful or what have you, right? It's like there's nothing wrong with sex. You're allowed to like be into whatever you're into. You know, gay, straight, trans, vegetable, you know, no animals, no fucking weird shit like that. But if you're gay, straight, trans, vegetable, whatever, you know, mixing it up, whips and chains, I don't fucking care, right? Whether you're paying people or hanging out, I don't care. What I care about is when you start judging what other people do, right? Let people just do their shit. But when you're a moral judge and you're running around saying, you're not living Christian, you're not living Christian, you're not, oh, you're dirty, oh, you're shameful, oh, you're going to hell. And then you're back there with the cucumber, then it becomes part of our business. Because now you're just being a fucking schnook, you know? You know what I mean? Dude, let's go. Because, I mean, dude, that shit, you know, I mean, as somebody who's, you know, like experimented a little bit, I find, you know, sexual experimentation and, you know, various partnerings up and different shit like that. I find that stuff really interesting, you know? You know what I mean? I do. I like to, you know, I like to explore a little bit, you know? Dude, stovepipe. I don't know what stovepipe means. I don't know what that means, bro. Dude, I like to get my freak on a little bit, boss. And I did as a younger guy too, man. Man, I was, you know, I was into some stuff. I always liked, you know, like, I don't know. I felt like multiple people engaging in the act was definitely fun and interesting, right? As a younger man, I really liked, you know, multiple people engaging at the same time. You know, I liked it to be more of a team sport. That was kind of, you know, something that I personally had, you know, found interesting and fun. You know, didn't always look at it as like a solo sport, right? I mean, if you know, if you can get it, you should fucking, you know, play, you know, why not? You know what I mean? Dude, it's tough to keep sex workers safe. Oh no, I know here, and it's because of the, right? It's because of the you know, the here, like the sex work is in the shadows and stuff like that, you know, and it's better when it's not like that. You know what I mean? It is. It's better when it's not like that. When it's, you know, out in the open and you can, you know, you can protect people and you can track what's going on and make sure they're safe. You can get rid of weirdos. I mean, you know, a lot of adult workers have, you know, they've been very, what do you call it? They've been very self-motivated to do shit. Like, I don't know if you guys realize, I mean, there's a lot of sex work here in Portland, right? It's in sort of our history. And so we have a very open relationship with sex work. In fact, an adult worker ran for mayor and she did pretty good. She didn't win, but she definitely beat most of the politicians, right? And we have you know, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of strip clubs and there's a very big adult network here. There's a lot of, you know, swingers clubs. There's a lot of that shit in Portland. We have a very, like, one thing I noticed moving here from LA was Portland is very open sexually compared to a lot of places that I've been, right? A lot of swingers and shit. But what I will say here is the adult workers here, they've created like safety networks, okay? And they've done this in a lot of places where they have, you know, message boards, bulletin boards where they keep tabs on clients, especially when there's escorting and shit. So when people are creepy or get out of line, they flag them. And so to protect each other, and they've done like marvelous, you know, a lot of marvelous, you know, self-motivated work to sort of try and take care of each other. You know, I mean, I wish we did a better job of protecting them, but kudos to them. The internet's been real helpful with that. The internet has been super helpful. But let's go. Dude, yeah, this is crazy, right? Inflatables? I don't know what that means. Ex-swinger here? Let's go. Let's go, dude. You're in favor? Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, if you go to Europe, there, you know, there's some really successful sort of like sex trade going on in Europe. I mean, it can be underground there too. It's not perfect, right? You know, I mean, part of it is obviously that kind of work attracts a lot of shitty people. I hate to say this, don't get mad at me for making the comparison, but sex work is kind of like Christianity, okay? I shit you not. If you look at Christianity and you look at sex work, they are like very similar because not everybody in it is bad, but a lot of really bad people are drawn to those areas because it gives them a space to fulfill their badness, right? Christians, they're wearing a cross. Everybody thinks you're a good guy. Devious, deceitful people are drawn to Christianity because it provides them cover, okay? And there's a bunch of vulnerable people in that realm that they can take advantage of. It's similar with sex work, like manipulators and degenerates that like are drawn to it because there's a vulnerability there that they can take advantage of. And so they're really similar. So maybe Talarico and these workers, that might not even be a bad thing, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like sex work and Christianity are basically one and the same. I know a lot of the evangelicals are probably spitting their drinks through their nose when they hear that. But bro, there's literally like, there's more evangelicals arrested for sex crimes than sex workers. I'll tell you that. Like, if we look at the criminal aspect, like, let's be real. Yeah, but dude, this Alex Thompson guy, though, this guy has done some questionable shit, okay? You know what I'm saying? This guy, he's definitely done some questionable shit, right? And you know what I mean? This guy. Yeah, I can't remember what else he did. He did some other article a while ago where I was like, dude, what is this guy, bro? What is this guy doing? But so that's the big thing, dude. That's the big, right? That's the big the big juice on Talarico. Man, guys, I cannot like reiterate enough how I want the shaming of sex workers and OnlyFans girls to stop. Like, we got to knock that shit off, bro. We do, man. We do, dude. We got to knock that shit off, boss. Right? We got to knock that shit off. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. So the dude, the snap shit is wild, dude. Dude, what is this person? You were reading somebody's mail? What are you talking about? Nobody's reading mail. What are you fucking babbling about? Dude, right? Dude, so the snap shit is crazy. I mean, let's be honest. Okay? Let's be honest about Trump. If you look at Project 2025, guys, they want to eliminate SNAP. Okay? They want no SNAP benefits. They want no EBT, right? No government assistance of any kind. Okay? They want no government subsidies to help with healthcare. They'll send $40 billion to Argentina to help their, rat fucking far right friend, right? And Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary's buddies who are invested over there. But they want to remove all fucking like government, help or government assistance to people. Like, period. And I mean, even with this shit, bro, even with this even with this fucking, the shit he's talking about the 50-year mortgage, right? Like, bro, this is insane, dude. Look at this shit. 50-year mortgage. Please. I think a 30-year mortgage is already ridiculous, right? But 50-year mortgage. You know what a 50-year mortgage would mean, guys? What a 50-year mortgage would mean is your payments are like $200 a month less. Maybe $300 a month less. Okay? That's like, right? That's $300 a month less. Okay? On $400,000 home. Okay? But you'd be paying $500,000 more in interest. And there's a really good chance that most of the people who bought houses would die before they were paid off. So you never own your home. You pay it your whole life, mostly interest. And then as soon as you die, the bank takes your fucking house, bro. And you don't even have a house left. The only people that would even be left with property would be wealthy people who are paying their shit off or buying it outright with cash. Dude, it's insane. It is the worst fucking, like, it's not even helpful, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Yes, they want us to own nothing. Dude, they want us to own nothing, bro. It's disgusting, dude. It is disgusting. Dude, like, what the fuck, bro? This is the worst policy ever. But, dude, he's even getting shredded, though, guys. He's getting shredded by his own people, boss. You know what I'm saying? He is, dude. Nobody wants that shit. Dude, even like, let's see this. Let's watch. Let's look and... Dude, look at this shit. Let's find MAGA, right? Look at this guy, 𝗙𝗪𝗡, says, thanks to President Trump, we are indeed working on the 50-year mortgage, a complete game changer. Dude, everyone's like, are you fucking stupid? Dude, it's so funny, right? Like, what are they doing, bro? 𝗙𝗪𝗡, come on, you shithead. Dude, everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? So you can't afford a 30-year mortgage, but you're going to take out a 50-year mortgage, pay $300 less, pay $500,000 more to the bank, and at the end of the loan, you're going to give your house to the bank because you're going to die before it's paid off, dude. Right? $1 million in interest. Look at this shit, dude. If you had a $400,000 house, right? You paid fucking 5% down, okay? You get a $380,000 loan. Look at what your mortgage would be. Your interest would be double the price of the home, dude. Double. Almost $1 million in interest. What the fuck is that, bro? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that? That you to buy a $400,000 home, you have to pay $873,000 in interest? That's insane, dude. That is fucking insane, bro. What is this link? And look at that. Look at this shit. Dude, if you have a $400,000 mortgage at 6%, right? You would save $292. Dude, $292. Okay? Now, let's figure that out, though, for 50 years. Okay, you ready? 292 times 12 times 50. So you would save $175,000 over that 50 years, right? But you would pay $400,000 more in interest. So, like, you're not even saving money. It's like getting a slightly lower payment now in exchange for paying way more. Dude, it's the worst fucking deal, bro. That is the worst fucking deal on planet Earth, right? I mean, 30 is bad. You know what I'm saying? The 15 year is really what it should be, right? Look at a 15 year house is this $607,000. You're paying 200 grand in interest. Okay. See, here's my thing, guys. My thing is it should be this. You ready? Here's what it should be, guys. The interest should be capped. Okay. The interest should be capped at 50% of the purchase price, which means if you buy a $400,000 house, you pay $600,000 for that house. Period. End of story. If you buy an $800,000 house, your payments add up to $1.2 million. Period. End of story. That's it. And then you get to choose if you want to do 15 years or 30 years or what have you, right? Because what would your payment then be? Okay, your payment then would be $600,000, right? Divided by 30 years, right? Which is 20,000. All right, so divided by 12. So your payment then would be $1,666 a month for your $400,000 house. Okay? Period. That should be it, right? You know what I'm saying? There you go. There's your house. And the banks, they're making 200 grand off every house. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Good question where the $400,000 houses are. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit should be capped, bro. I mean, I'm coming at this discussion from a place of privilege, though, because our house is paid off. You know, I'm in a lucky spot. I'm in a house that is paid off. Fucking, you know, a glorious position. But yeah, dude, this shit is so shitty. This is the worst fucking thing out there. You know what I mean? Because again, though, right? Again, when you look at it, you know, people get a 15-year mortgage. They get their shit paid off with hardly any interest, but that's only available to people who are rich, right? If you can afford the $3,300 a month, you get that 15-year mortgage, right? And then you're golden and you're paid off. You know what I'm saying? Dude, this is late stage capitalism at its finest, guys. But think about this, though. Think about what fucking Trump is proposing here. You know what I'm saying? Trump is proposing, he is proposing you pay more, you end up not even owning it if you die early, and all for peanuts, okay? And I don't know if you saw my tweet about this, but I tweeted something that is pretty accurate, right? Because the reality is like, you know, you're going to save $200 a month, but then Elon's going to put a data center in your town and you're going to pay that $200 a month in electricity bill. And then I'm telling you right now, guys, you ready for this? If they do a 50-year mortgage, you know what the first thing they're going to do? They're going to increase interest rates, boss. You watch. They're going to increase the interest rate. They are, dude. Dude, trickle down economics where the only trickle is more debt and more cost. Yes. Dude, Cat, you got it. All right, you guys, you ready for a dance goal? Let's go. I'm ready for a fucking dance goal, boss. I want to dance. I need to dance this shit off, baby. 45 minutes. Dance party. Let's go. There it is, guys. Let's bring the dance home, boss. Dude, this shit is crazy. But there can't be anyone, right? Tell me, there can't be any MAGA people that are thinking this is a good idea, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? They can't, you know what I mean? They can't fucking make, there's no way people can think this is a good fucking idea, right? Because look at this shit. Dude, here's what they're going to do. They're going to jack the interest rates. You watch. They will jack the interest rates for homeowners, especially, you know, they're going to tie the interest rate now to your like credit score or some shit. Okay? $500,000 house in 2021 is $2,100 a month, 30 years. Okay? And then fucking 2025, a $500,000 house is $1 million. $1 million in interest, $1,000 more a month. I mean, they already do, Justin, but I mean, I feel like it's going to be really severe. Unfucking believable. Dude, the bank, when they hear you accepted their 17%, 50-year mortgage? Oh my God, dude. Dude, this is nuts, dude. A 50-year mortgage. That is the worst thing I have ever seen, bro. Dude, this is funny. That's a good tweet. 50-year mortgage isn't so bad. 2016 was 50 years ago. Dude, it feels like 2016 was 50 years ago, doesn't it? Oh, fuck, dude. Do you guys know Derek Guy? Do you know this account, guys? This guy is like, he's a tailor and he's really good with men's fashion. So he does all kinds of like fashion related shit. I highly recommend him. He used to write for, you know, like fashion writing in various newspapers, but he's really good. And his fashion sense is actually like, if you're into fashion at all, I really like fashion. Dude, I'm a big fan of fashion, but this guy is great, dude. Oh, shit, he's good. Dude, this is wild, dude. A 50-year mortgage, bro. Dude, I saw even people, though, right? Like Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh chimed in, okay? What did he chime in? He said, this just means your house will be owned by the bank until you die and after. But look at him. They're so funny. Get the illegal immigrants out of our country, they say. Now here's the thing we got to talk about, guys, because we have to have a serious discussion here about this mortgage shit, because let me run this by you. So the undocumented people who live in America are all the undocumented people I have ever known in my life. And I've known a lot. I worked in restaurants in Los Angeles. I've known plenty of undocumented people in America. I have never known an undocumented person who owned a home. Not one. I'm 56 years old. I was literally in the undocumented capital of the world, Los Angeles, and I have not known one undocumented person who was a fucking homeowner. Not one. They were renters, and oftentimes they were renting a group of people sharing rent, okay? And most of the time they were doing it because they were sending money to family back in their home country, okay? Like, but dude, there's no way our housing prices have gone up because of undocumented workers. That's fucking bullshit, okay? Usually they're getting taken advantage of from in their rental situation. They're getting charged more. Their places aren't being taken care of because the owners, the landlords threaten them with deportation and shit. It's fucking bullshit, okay? You know what has caused prices to go up in America? Two things. One is just plain old greed, okay? The fact that you can get away with increasing prices because people are desperate. They have to have a place to live or they're dead. And two is corporate and VC purchasing of real estate, okay? It is corporate purchasing of real estate, guys, that has caused our housing crisis. That and you know, not building enough. Certainly zoning laws are an issue in certain places. In Portland, we have like lots that are zoned for single family homes. So that has like elevated all our property values, but made it really hard to make cheap property. But these guys, man, the VC and the corporations, they now own like almost 1/3 of all houses in America are owned by venture capitalist guys. Almost 1/3. And you know what they do? They buy them with cash. Okay, they buy them with cash. So they when you're out there trying to buy a house, they give cash and outbid you, and so they get the houses. They make it really hard for you to even get a house. Like if you try buying a house in a hot neighborhood, it's nearly impossible because they come in with cash and just buy them up. And the sellers are like, oh, they'll even take a little bit less because it's over in like 2 seconds with no fucking issue. They get their money and they're out the door. So they make it hard to buy. And then the other thing they do is when they buy these houses, a lot of times they just sit on them. Okay? If they don't rent them, you became a member because of Tabitha. Let's go, Beard. Let's go. Thank you. They will just sit on the houses and cause the elevation of rental prices. I mean, this is bullshit, dude. Dude, they manipulate the fucking prices. They buy up the shit. They came through Portland, man. They were buying shit up. And then the rent, as soon as they start buying them a couple years later, rent is up like 50%. Okay? This stuff is bullshit. Okay? It's fucking bullshit. I am tired of being abused by corporate entities. I am tired of being hosed by a bunch of corporate fucking jackholes, bro. I am, dude. Aren't you? I'm tired of this shit, boss. This shit is fucking pissing me off, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit is pissing me off. Dude, come on. Hold on. I gotta check something here. All right, all right. Mm-hmm. Dude, it is brutal, man. It is brutal, dude. Shit is crazy, bro. Dude, 50-year mortgage, boss. Unfucking believable, dude. Dude. Dude, I mean, it is basically renting. You no longer get to own. Dude, what is DeSantis? He chimes in. All right, let's see what he's got, dude.
No, you should own your property free and clear. I think to say that someone that's been in their house for 35 years just has to keep ponying up money, that is not, you don't own your home. If that.
Oh, dude, he's talking about property taxes. Dude, he wants to get rid of property taxes. I mean, I guess I understand property taxes, because you're helping out the fucking city. You're paying for city services and shit. But bro, dude. 50-year mortgage. Jesus Christ, boss. What a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? There he is. This is when he came up with that policy, bro. Oh. Dude, you'd like me on CNN? I should be on CNN, boss. You got to get a lot bigger, though, to be on CNN. Right? You do. You just have to get big. Right? When you get big, they'll come to you. Right? Million subs, bro. Million subs, and I'll be on CNN. Right? That's all we need to do. Million subs. I mean, it's a long way off, boss. Right? It's a long way off. Unfucking believable, bro. Dude, the Nod Father, is that what they're calling Trump? Isn't it once your house is paid off to no longer have to pay property taxes? Yeah, I mean, that's what they are thinking, right? Like when your house is paid off, there should be no more property taxes. But dude, yeah, they're fucking around. Look at this shit though, dude. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at Nancy. Okay? Now, I want to share a personal story about Nancy Mace here, guys, because I find this really interesting. Okay? Because you know she's running for governor in South Carolina, right? She's been doing the Trump shit of like threatening to sue the airport. I'm suing for defamation. She's like doing lawsuits. She's turned into crazy anti-trans content creator. Hold the line, right? She's trying to be all Trumpy and badass. But look at this tweet. Okay, look at this fucking tweet, guys. This shit is unbelievable. It says, I have to tell you, last night I had the most incredible conversation with the president. I have never been more proud. I told him how much I love him, how much America loves him, and how he will go down as the greatest president in American history. He will do anything he can to help anyone. There will never be another like him. God bless Donald Trump, she says. Okay, now, first off, Gorg, thank you, my brother. Let's go, baby. Oops, wrong button. Let's go. Now, first off, I know this is batshit. We can break this down 1,000 ways. The first thing I notice about this, as did everyone, is how obvious it is. Like she is like scrambling to get his endorsement in South Carolina. That's what this is. This is like Donald Trump is the greatest president ever. He is so good. He is so incredible. He is so amazing. There will never be another like him. She's trying to get the endorsement of fucking Trump for South Carolina. So obvious. Pine Box, watch dance party. Pine Box, watch. Let's go. Thank you, Pinky. But dude, so you know what's fucked up about this though, guys? Is when I read this, it reminded me of my childhood, okay? And let me just tell you, so I've told you how I had an authoritarian father. My father was a very abusive, physically violent, drinking, authoritarian man. He ruled the household with like an iron fist, okay? But he was also like had this crazy fucking ego. Like crazy ego, as all authoritarians do. They have a really fucking crazy sort of like thinly veiled ego. So when I was a kid and I wanted shit, I used to do this. That's how I had to do it to get stuff. Like I remember once there were these 3-foot tall Shogun Warrior things, right? They were like Shogun Warrior toys where they like fired the fist and like a rocket ship came out of the head. They were these big plastic toys that I wanted that were like 3 feet tall. And so I knew if I wanted to get Shogun Warriors, I had to do that for my dad. So I would make him a card where I would draw pictures with fucking Shogun Warriors on there. And I would be like, my dad is the best dad. We all love and appreciate him so much. And inside, you do amazing things for us, taking care of us and buying us things like Shogun Warriors. I would go to town and make these elaborate appeals to his ego. And it would work, guys. I would butter his ass up and I would appeal to his ego. And 9 times out of 10, I would get what I fucking wanted. Okay? It was a game you learn how to play when your parent is a narcissist authoritarian, right? You either buck them and get nothing, or you play it and you extract what you want from them. Okay? I learned at a young age how to do this. But so when I read this, I was like, oh my God, this is fucking, like, this is our president now. Like, people are groveling like that for an abusive man who's our fucking president. I know, though, what Marcia said. Nancy, though, is a 47-year-old woman, right? Or 49 or whatever. She's not a kid. Dude, I was like 8 when I did that, okay? I was 8. I didn't do that when I was fucking 40, all right? That was not the behavior I was engaging in when I was 40. But it's crazy how these people will, like, reduce themselves to, like, childlike, like, playing by the rules with Trumpy's authoritarianism to try and get what they want. Now, here's what's interesting, though. What's interesting is to see what's going to happen, okay? Will he give her the endorsement? I don't think he will. I don't know that he will. Maybe he will, but dude, she is clamoring for it. And you're right, she has no shame, okay? She has no shame. No, Nancy's running for governor, Edmundo. Nancy's running for South Carolina governor, okay? Dude, she is like shameless, bro. This is the biggest bullshit tweet you've ever seen, right? Now, you ready, though? Here's the other issue with this, though, guys, is Nancy Mace talks a lot about how she's been sexually abused. She talks very openly about how she's been raped. But, like, dude, she's doing this for a rapist, for a sexual abuser, for a guy who openly says he doesn't ask for consent when he does things to women, that he simply has star power and enough wealth that he's allowed to do shit without even asking for consent. And dude, and Nancy's like, she's cool with that. She's prostrating herself, right? She's prostrating herself for a rapist publicly. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that wild? That is insane. All to try and get an endorsement. Dude, and now he's going to make her grovel, right? He's going to make her grovel. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to, like, get her over to the White House for a little, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Trumpy's probably, he's not getting much anymore, dude. Melania, right? Melania won't even talk to him. I wonder if he's going to try and get a little, like, a sniff, Dude, I bet he could. Oh, shit. No, that's an interesting thing, what Matt said right there. You see that? That he'll give her the endorsement. He'll give her the endorsement if she doesn't sign on the Epstein discharge petition. Oh, dude, I could see that, right? You gotta take your name off the discharge petition or you ain't getting endorsement. And then she takes her name off the discharge petition and then he doesn't endorse her. That would be the Trump move, to say, I'll make you a deal. You get off the discharge petition so they can't get the Epstein files. I will endorse you. And then when the day comes, he doesn't endorse. Right? Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to back out of the discharge petition, the Epstein, it's going to be Nancy. I bet you. Although, guys, here's the problem. And maybe she won't back out, because here's the problem, guys. You ready? You ready for this, guys? She cannot win the South Carolina governor if she, like, doesn't, like, advocate for the release of the Epstein files. I don't think she could win, guys. I don't think she could win. I don't think she could win without that. I think if she pulled her name off the discharge petition, she would lose the Republican primary in South Carolina. I think the Epstein files are a campaignable item, okay? And I think a lot of those Republicans that have been stopping them are, like, remember the tweet we read yesterday, right? Remember Schuster, the guy we read yesterday? This guy. Dude, look at this. Right? It's this tweet right here, guys. Watch this. This guy called it out, right? where he said, he's adding to the tweet. He said right here. He said that, where was it? Right here. He said that once the discharge petition is triggered, a whole bunch of House Republicans are going to vote to release the files. That they're going to try and get ahead with this. Because, guys, I think any Republican that votes to hide the Epstein files is vulnerable in 2026. Every single one of them, unless they are in the reddest of the red districts. If that district is split at all, they are vulnerable. This is a huge issue. This is like the issue of our times right here, right? This is gonna be crazy, crazy shit. Yeah, man. What a scoundrel, though, dude. Nancy Mace, dude. She will do anything, boss. She will do anything. Dude, look at this shit. Dude, look at these fakies. Look at Benny Johnson. You ready? Little state media Benny Johnson hanging out with Eric Trump. But look at what he says. He says, I don't deserve this life, man. I come from the middle of nowhere. Cornfields, hog farms, trailer parks. I went to community college. But my family taught me about Jesus and hard work and never quitting. And here we are, by the grace of God. I'm profoundly grateful. Now, he was born in North Carolina. And so, yeah, there are cornfields and hog farms and trailer parks and shit, right? I know he lived in the Midwest, I think, too. But, dude, his fucking dad was a principal, guys. His dad was a principal and a college football coach. Okay? His dad coached a college football in Idaho and somewhere in the Midwest, too. Benny Johnson was not in a fucking trailer park. Benny Johnson was not living on a hog farm or tending to a cornfield. His dad was the principal of a fucking high school, and eventually his dad was a college football coach. And then Benny went on to be a plagiarizer who took money from Russia to spread propaganda, got fired for multiple jobs plagiarizing. And now Benny is state-run media, okay? And guys, this is the same shit. Like I was talking about, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Remember when I was talking about how they had all those right-wing content creators in Portland? Why? Because of Jay Jones, right? They were trying to, the left is violent. The minute that election was over, you don't hear anything about Portland anymore. The right-wing influencers have all been pulled. All of the right-wing influencers on Twitter and YouTube, they're all working for Trump. They're working for Trump. Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Nick Sortor, Cam Higby, Libs of TikTok, right? Cat Turd, Gunther Eagleman, all of these clowns, they're literally working for Donald Trump, for the administration. I'm sure a super PAC is paying them some type of dark money somewhere, but they are state-run fucking television at this point. Now look at Benny Johnson, okay? He's there with Eric Trump, but look at what he said today, okay? Let's go to his profile because he was tweeting about this. Yes, PBD, but look what he said today, dude. He comes in here, and what does he do? Right here, look at this. He says, hey guys, here, let's watch his little video, all right?
Yo guys, what's up? I think you know where we are right here, and I want to give you an update on something that I think is absolutely critical. I just spent 4 hours going over one of the biggest problems in our country. The ability for young people to buy homes, get their piece of the American dream. It's something that's been lost, and it's something we're going to get back. It's so critically important for families to have a place to raise their children.
Oh.
For men to have a place to bring their wives home to after getting married.
For closeted guys to have a room for their beard while they bring an endless line of TPUSA bros into the back room.
For legacy, for equity in the American dream. For having a piece, a physical...
Wait, did you hear that part? Look, listen to that part about equity, guys.
For men to have a place to bring their wives home to after getting married. For legacy, for equity.
Equity.
In the American dream. For having a piece, a physical piece of the American dream. Housing. It is the promise of America.
Housing.
It's foundational, woven into our founding documents, life, liberty, and the pursuit of property.
Life, liberty, and it's the pursuit of happiness. They're fuck nuts. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. Dude, what is he doing, bro? Homie is rewriting it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. Oh my God.
And it's something that we are going to reclaim for young people and for first-time home buyers and for people that want to say, America is my homeland, and I'm going to make the American dream happen for my American family and my American children. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're going to do. Very, very exciting stuff to announce. Thrilled about it. God bless you all. Let's go make housing great again.
Okay, so now, in addition to that being like so bullshit, okay, first off, let's look at this because Benny Johnson is state-run media, okay? He's at the White House with who knows who else there, right? And they're a part of like selling the Trump property ownership American dream for American families to have an American house with your American children. I mean, you may have noticed the coding of white nationalism there, the coding of their replacement theory bullshit. But these guys are now in charge of like selling this. And then what did we hear about today? We heard about the 50-year mortgage where you have no equity. You're going to pay millions in interest and you're going to die and the bank's going to own your goddamn house. But now they're going to get paid big money to sell this, to like, yes, to lie and cheat and steal and sneak in any way possible to create a narrative that says, yeah, this is good for you. It's like Jim Jones, just drink the Kool-Aid. It's really good for you. You see Superman, he drank the Kool-Aid. Have a sip of the Kool-Aid. Come on now. Oh, drink it, you bitch. Right? That's like literally what these guys are doing, man. They're scoundrels. Okay? But now all of the right-wing influencers, this is what they are, guys. We are living in a time where these people are literally just going into the White House and getting their marching orders of here's what we're going to sell. Here's how we're going to sell it. Here's how you're going to like frame this shit. And then you're going to see them all in lockstep trying to tell young people that this 50-year mortgage is, it's going to be really good for you, right? Dude, I mean, it's frightening shit, guys. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes. We need 17 and 15. So we're going to hang for a sec while we get into the next topic. Let's get this fucking dance party going, baby. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to dance. Dude, this shit is wild, bro. Unfucking believable, boss. Unfucking believable. Right? Does anyone here unlock, even mention the 50-year mortgage? Dude, Freddie, let's go. The problems were diversity and inclusion. Of course they were. Dude. See, here's what he says, though. obviously the buying of homes is a problem, and he's being honest about that. But illegal immigration has nothing to do with our fucking housing situation, guys. Very little. Not even remotely what fucking the single family homes purchase is. And I believe it's just the degree, the challenge with which to buy fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? The exorbitant interest rates and the requirement of capital up front to buy a house. Dude, Carolyn, your first time ever live. Let's go. Carolyn. Oh, let's go. You get a first time. You get a little Trumpy. Oh, let's go. Welcome, Carolyn. Dude, this is fucking bullshit, right? And dude. Oh, there's the kiss. Benny and Mike fucking, I love that one, dude. You love my content. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you very much. Let's go. All right, guys, 15, baby. 15 and 13. We got this. 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 Dude, you like that? Mike Lee and Benny? Dude, so funny, bro. But now, dude, Benny is straight up, okay? Is straight up fucking, you know, state-run media. Meanwhile, student loan debt is intact still. Yes, it is, Tony. Let's go. Thank you, boss. Dude, Mr. Grant, stay frosty. We got this, baby. Let's go. Dude, Gypsy, thank you for buying the Trumpy. But dude, look at this shit. He's doing an interview with 𝗙𝗍𝗍𝗪, right? Benny likes to have the grapers and the adulterers on his show, right? 𝗙𝗍𝗍𝗪 is Kristi Noem's adulterous lover. He's been her adulterous lover for years, and now he's her chief of staff and her adulterous lover, right? Benny likes to have the adulterers and the grapists like Andrew Tate on. I think what's really interesting, guys, is and this kind of segues to that whole Candace Owens, Erica Kirk thing, is I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Benny Johnson has been the chief benefactor of the disappearance of Charlie Kirk, okay? Benny Johnson has become the de facto guy. It used to not be like that. Like Charlie Kirk and TPUSA was the guy. Like Benny was just a dude who would maybe come and speak at a TPUSA event. Benny was a TPUSA contributor. But like, man, I tell you, since Charlie Kirk was murdered, Benny has become like the de facto Trump guy. He's like slid right up into like the Erica Kirk seat, bro. It's very, very interesting to watch how Benny has become the chief propagandist. Absolutely. Well, you know what's funny, Jibs, Benny doesn't really debate people. He doesn't. I mean, he went on like with Cuomo to talk to Brian Tyler Cohen, but Cuomo kept coming in and fucking, covering for Benny because Benny just sort of like snidely says shit, but he doesn't ever defend any of his points. He's not particularly bright. Okay, Benny isn't. He's just the, hey guys, hey 8-year-olds, like, you like my political content? Hey 8-year-olds, you like my Minecraft thumbnails? Benny Johnson here, come here, buddy. Right? Dude, Sheila, is he dead yet? No, unfortunately, we have no good words on that. But so if you look at fucking Benny, right? It's this thing, right? Look at this guy. He had a 10-year-old fan, right? Benny Johnson. Watch this. It's the most awkward thing you'll ever see. I may have to Google. Right? Oh, yeah, here it is. You ready? Watch this. This is Benny Johnson with this young fan. Okay? Look at this shit. Look at this.
Hey, what's up, King? How you doing, man? This is a nice fit. Look at this. This is great. Look at this fit. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How old are you? 9.5? Big smiles.
9.5. This kid is subscribed to the Benny Johnson YouTube channel. 9.5. Now, we've covered Benny. Why his thumbnails are basically they're Minecraft thumbnails with political figures. They're like Roblox thumbnails with political figures. And he does shit with like little cartoon characters with like Kamala Harris's head on it because these are the guys they're grooming, guys. They are like the good Christian influencer grooming young men to be transphobic, to be racist, to be misogynist, right? And to be devout to MAGA and the whole Trumpist movement. It is complete grooming of your children. It is so gross. And look at how awkward he is.
Wow, look at you. That's awesome.
Hey, Klein, did you get this? Klein, come in here. Okay. Look at this. 9.5. What an absolute king. He subscribes to the channel. Up here, bro. That's right. Why do you subscribe to the channel? Why do you subscribe to the channel?
Because everything that you say is true.
Can't get a better endorsement than that. Right here. My man.
Because everything you say is true. Benny, the guy who's been fired from multiple jobs for plagiarizing, the guy who took millions from Russia, okay, to spread propaganda. Everything you say is true. Jesus.
Man, I got a Trump dance? Get a Trump dance. Do the Trump dance. Thank you.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? Isn't that insane, bro? Right? Wow, guys. That is some messed up shit, dude. Now, if you look at Benny's comments, there's a pretty good chance that, like, a lot of his audience is like this. This is the target audience, guys. This is Benny's target audience. I mean, this is why Benny is like, hey, guys. I mean, I did that when I was a gamer. That's what gamers do. Hey, guys. Dude, I'm unnaturally perky, and I'm making really crazy faces, right? Because my audience is 7 years old. Dude, Benny said, well, to be fair, he never spoke plagiarism. Dude, fucking wild, bro. And the kid's parents dressed him up like this, dude. Jesus criminy, bro. Oh, Lord have mercy, boss. All right, that's Benny. Thank you, Benny. Fuck off, Benny. Whew. Thank you for the great stream. Thank you, Six. Appreciate you, boss. Let's go. All right, guys, it's crunch time. We got 11 in 6. Dude, Miss Jomo, let's go. Nancy Mace trying to get on South Park like Bondi. Benny about to endorse a 50-year mortgage for fuck's sake. Much love from Canada. Dude, I'm with you, Miss Jomo. Let's go. Oh, oh. Let's go, baby. Whoa. Whoa. All right, 10. Dude, we're getting it. We got 10 in 5. 10 in 5. 10 in 6. Let's go, baby. Dude, Corey looks like he's fucking snorting Ozempic with Kristi Noem, doesn't he? Doesn't Corey look like he's pounding the Ozempic, bro? His head. Dude, he looks like his head got stuck in like a trash compactor. Dude, the fuck, bro? How's he get his head to be so skinny, dude? Dude, he's like, Corey, are you okay? He's like, no, Kristi got my head stuck in the trash compactor. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, can you imagine having sex with Kristi Noem? Like, oh my God, please no. Please no. All right, 5 minutes. Oh, we're coming in. Dance party. We got this, baby. We got this. 5 minutes. I'm keeping the faith. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to ride it out for 5 minutes. I'm going to become a carnival barker here in the 5 minutes so we get this dance party. Let's go. Dude, I'm going to stretch. Oh. Dude. Am I drinking a Venom? No, I drink Rockstar, boss. 4 minutes. Oh, shit. You can do more than 2. Yeah, it's a minimum of 2, right? 2 is the low you could do. But let's go, baby. Same yellow top as Venom's, or Venom's good. Yeah, I like Rockstar. Dude, Ozempic is bad news. 4 minutes, guys. 10 and 4. Oh, shit, we're cutting it close. 9 and 4. Candace, #1 podcast worldwide from Montreal. Let's go, Simon. Let's go, baby. Oh! 9 and 4, baby. 9 and 4. What's up, Andre? Welcome to the chat. Dude, 8 and 4. Make sure to hydrate. Yes, thank you, Kennewick. I got hydration here, too. I never drink enough water. Dude, I can't watch the Saturday Night Like cold opens anymore. They copy strike me every time I do that. All right, 3 minutes. Let's go. 8 and 3. 8 and 3, baby. 8 and 3. Oh, shit. That means that's 3 a minute. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, yeah, I got to drink more water. Dude, 7 and 3. Let's go. Pinky coming through. Oh. 6 and 3. Adorable Snowflake. Let's go, Snowflake. Let's go. Oh. There we go. 14. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. 6 more. 6 more. Andre, thank you, dude, for the sticker, but it's super chats only for the goal. But we appreciate that. 6 more. Let's go, though. I love that sticker. Thank you. Thank you. Oh! 6 and 2. Oh, shit. Here we go. Dude, we're coming down to the wire. Will we make it? Dude, I want to be able to make a realistic drum roll sound. That is not it. That is like a bad lawnmower. 2 minutes. Here we go. Oh, fuck, bro. Actually, I don't know if we're going to make it now. Now I'm starting to be filled with trepidation. Dude, my son is good in New York. Tonight's their first night at their apartment. Dude, 5 and 2. Let's go. 4 and 2. Let's dance. And hi, love from Maryland. Thank you, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗏. Appreciate that. Let's go. Dude, Redbone coming through. And Matt W fucking has passed some gas, it looks like. Thank you, Matt. You farted. Appreciate that, dude. Anya, let's go. Oh, shit. Here it comes, dude. We're coming down to the wire. We're bringing it home, dude. Miranda says, my aunt is crazy for Candace Owens. Feel bad for you. I truly do. If you have somebody who's actually a fan of Candace Owens, that's got to be hard. Dude, Pinky with another one. Let's go, dude. And Thomas Paine bringing in from our fucking revolutionary forefathers. Love you, Tommy. Let's go. Love you, too. Dude, we made it. So, yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, guys, that's crazy about the Candace Owens. We made it. Look at that shit. Let's fucking go, baby. Way to go, dude. Good job. So the Candace Owens thing is wild because, dude, proud liberal. Let's go, baby. Not to be outdone. Whoa. So Candy O is fucking, it's complicated. I have a complicated relationship with this woman, okay? Because first off, I think she's batshit crazy. I don't trust her. And I know that she would convince herself a lie is true in order to hit that cash register. So I don't believe she has scruples. I know she doesn't because she started as a left-wing content creator who switched to right-wing and has sort of like moved through the right-wing space, making alliances based on whatever advances her career. Dude, Grant Sloan, let's go, Magic! All right, so I don't trust her. I don't fucking trust her at all. Now, at the same time as not trusting her, though, guys, I appreciate her on this level okay, which is right here, okay, where I said, get your popcorn, people. Candy O and Tucker are going to help us fracture the MAGA movement, okay? And I believe the fracture is going to be very permanent, okay? Her and Tucker Carlson, I want to give them some gas and give them the blowtorch and let them go to town because they're dismantling, guys. They are causing a rift around TPUSA and Charlie Kirk. They're causing a rift around Donald Trump's inability to do what he said he was going to do. And they're also dismantling around Israel. Now, in 2024, the left, we fought over Israel and Gaza. That was the chief thing that divided us with Biden's behavior and with Kamala Harris's candidacy and the AIPAC. Everything was shredding the Democrats. But now the right wing is going through it. And they're going through it differently because they have a really intense anti-Semitic, hatred of Jewish people coming from Tucker and the Groypers, Nick Fuentes, and a lot of the American firsters. And so Candy O, her and Ben Shapiro had a big split over Zionism. Yes. And with Ben Shapiro, though, to Ben Shapiro's Zionism and his Jewish faith are like one and the same, right? If you are anti-Zionist, Ben Shapiro's like you are anti-me, right? He's very freakish about that, okay? He's like deeply embedded in that. But so look at what she said today. She said, how is it possible that every news trend is about me or Tucker Carlson? Someone in the shadows is panicking. And she says, it's God time. Dude, she's pulling the religion too, guys, which is like, this is keeping MAGA in it, okay? Her Christianity, which is dubious at best, but she's keeping the MAGA faithful in there because of, God time. She says, I will not be stopping this investigation in who publicly executed Charlie in front of the world, and we are getting close. And now, she's not said it out loud, but we know that Candace Owens is tying this to Benjamin Netanyahu and something to do with Israel, which feeds Tucker Carlson's anti-Semitism, and it feeds Nick Fuentes' Groyperism, and it alienates Ben Shapiro and a lot of the mainstream people, and certainly the Donald Trump camp. So she is all in, guys, and her podcast is #1, which means she's making a ton of money doing this. She is basically getting paid right now to destroy the MAGA movement. And it is glorious, okay? It is glorious. And guys, this is deep though, because Project 2025. So the funders of Project 2025, okay? The funders of Project 2025 are fighting over Candace and Tucker, okay? Kevin Roberts, the guy who leads the Heritage Foundation, that's Russell Vaught's fucking organization. He defended Tucker, okay? And the evangelicals inside are horrified by this, okay? They are horrified by it. Kevin Roberts is under fire for not disavowing Tucker Carlson. And that was the same reason that Charlie Kirk came under fire. Charlie Kirk wouldn't get rid of Tucker Carlson, okay? And the Zionists and the Trump camp, they're like, there's a split on this, okay? There's a split on this that the deeply Zionist evangelicals, Tucker's he's on the outs. He's out now. But a lot of people won't disavow him because of his, position of power and the fact that they think he's going to run for president and shit. So they are there's combat going on, dude. There is combat happening. Now, okay? Now, here's what's interesting about this is this is good for us, okay? This is good for us. The more destructive they get in this MAGA movement, the better it is for us. This is huge good news. This is an amazing thing to be playing out right before the House elections. But I do have to wonder, because I saw somebody talking in chat earlier where I'm like, who's really watching Candace Owens, right? Like who is, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody in chat said their mom watches Candace and loves Candace, and she obviously has 5 million YouTube subs. Her podcast is #1. Like, who's watching this shit, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm not MAGA, so maybe like she has a deep MAGA following. I know she definitely has like a QAnon following, right? Blaga loves her. Who's Blaga, right? Dude, no, she has is it Christians? She has a big Christian following. I'm sure the Christian sort of Kanye devotees, right? Yeah, the conspiracy people love her, bro. The conspiracy people love her. See, but PBD though, guys, like let's just look at YouTube, okay? Let's go to YouTube and look at this, because if you look at PBD, okay? If we go to PBD right here, right? He's only got fucking 2.7 million. Does he have more on, like, is there a valuetainment channel or something? But the thing that's wild about this is, like, look at PBD, okay? PBD is getting like 400,000 views, 350, 279. He averages probably around 400K when he does a live stream. But if you look at Candace, dude, Candace is like, her live streams are insane, guys. They are insane. Look at that. She gets like 1.5 million to 2 million or more every live stream, bro. And she streams for an hour, guys. She streams for an hour. 1 hour, 2 million fucking, look at this one, 3.6 million. You know what I'm saying? This is insane, dude. 1 fucking hour, bro. She comes in. This is like right here, dude. This is probably fucking, you know, she's probably making 15 grand in that hour, dude. It's nuts, dude. You know what I'm saying? 15, 20 grand a day for an hour. Dude, she is pulling it. She is pulling it, dude. Right? Plus donations, yes. Yes. No, it's insane. But here's what I love though, guys. Fuck it. Let her, right? Let her run rampant with this. Okay? Let her run rampant with this. Let her fucking go to town. I think the battle between her and Ben Shapiro is really interesting. I want to look at it a little bit. Did you guys watch this video about Ben Shapiro? Because I think, guys, after what we went through in 2024, I think the Israel-Palestine hot button is the perfect thing for MAGA to grapple with for the next couple of years. I think it will decimate them, okay? It will decimate them. Yes, she's taking money from MAGA to burn down MAGA. It is so good, okay? It is so good. But I also, though, guys, I am simultaneously a little bit frightened because the people who believe this shit they scare me, okay? The people who believe this shit scare me, guys. I'm not gonna lie, dude. They do. I have to be honest here that I get into my comments when I do a video on Candace, and most of the people in the comments are people in the community commenting about this shit. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is I look at some of the comments of people that I think are Candy O fans, and I get a little unnerved, bro. It makes me think, I hope she has a security team that is very talented, because some of those comments, like, these people are in deep with conspiracy shit. Like, they are deep conspiracy. Deep. I mean, it is big, bro. And you know, I mean, right now it's really rife for this. Okay. Did they really? Rosanna, Josh Hammer, they called her the devil. Find me that clip. Proud Liberal. Put it in Discord. I want to see that clip. Let's watch a little bit of the Ben Shapiro one. Okay. I don't really dig into the Ben Shapiro a lot. I don't like Ben Shapiro. Okay. I find Ben Shapiro to be whiny. I don't like the sound of his voice. And what's more, guys, can I just tell you too, what's more? I went to college at UCLA. And dude, I fucking was in a fraternity. I was in a Jewish fraternity. Okay. I was. Dude, I was one of 2 non-Jewish guys. I didn't know it was a Jewish fraternity when I joined it. I just got along with the brothers. I later found out it was a Jewish fraternity with a rich Jewish heritage. So I fucking got to know a lot about like Judaism and the culture around like Jewish people. It was amazing, right? I had never known any Jewish people before until I lived with a bunch of them in a fraternity house. And it was incredible. But like when I look at Ben Shapiro, he doesn't even feel like he's, I don't know. I don't want to like, I feel judgmental saying this, but he doesn't even feel like a legitimate Jewish person, dude. He doesn't. He feels like he uses his Judaism as a weapon and a cultural like platform in order to like stand above people. But like the actual Jewish people, especially like the pious ones, if you get into the Orthodox people, man, they don't do that shit. Okay, you can go hang out with the guys with the Hasidic curls. Like we're talking about the deep, like Orthodox Jewish guys in New York City or in LA. You can go hang out with those people and they don't do the shit that fucking Ben Shapiro does, man. They don't sit there and like wield their religion like this fucking special tool, even when they're wearing their prayer gowns and stuff. They are like pious and fucking not about that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? And so Ben Shapiro just reeks of like costume Jewish nature, right? He does. He reeks of like theater performance of the Jewish variety. And I've never liked that, right? Because he wears a yarmulke all the time. But he fucking does it in a way that is like, man, it's just not the way it's done. You know, it's just not the way it's fucking done, guys. I'm telling you, man, I've had close contact with a lot of Jewish people and a fair number of Orthodox people, and they don't fucking behave that way, boss. They don't make a big deal about their religion, man, you know? And he's shady, dude. He is shady. They love Ben in Israel. I bet like the deeply Zionist people love him because they kind of do that a little bit too, don't they? Don't they, you know, a kippah, not a yarmulke? Okay. It's a kippah. What's a kippah? All right. Kippah? Got you. All right. Dude, what is the difference between a kippah and a yarmulke? Yeah, dude, there's no difference. One's a Hebrew and one's a Yiddish, dude. Dude, it's the same shit. Come on. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? It's just Yiddish or fucking Hebrew. It's just a different word for it. It's the same shit, boss. It's a yarmulke, right? Dude, I mean, all the like, dude, the guys I was in the fraternity with, they use a lot of Yiddish words, right? Like stupid and fucking, dude, if you speak Yiddish, I don't mean to offend you, right? But like, so I guess I got the fucking, the Yiddish version of it. Let's go. All right. But dude, yeah, it's just a different word, bro. It's like, it's the same. It's not a different thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Dude, BB says schmuck. I like that one. It describes Ben. Oh, let's go. Dude. Oh, shit. But yeah, man. So Ben is fucking questionable here. So what do we got? She starts off with Ben Shapiro is crying again. Oh, Lord, dude. All right, let's hear her go off on Ben. All right. And I heard Ben responded. Okay. Ben responded today, dude. Right? Dude, Dale says, in America, we care about American shit. Dale, what are you talking about, boss? Like American, there is no such thing as American shit. America's a melting pot, right? I'm hiding you, boss. You need to go away, bro. In America, we talk about American shit. Dude, 𝗙𝗍𝗆𝗆 and 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗆s are American shit. All right? Dumbass, right? No offense. We love you. Thank you. It was nice having you in for a couple messages, and now you can go away. Appreciate you. Thank you. Much love. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go. Dude, what are we talking? Yeah, I mean, dude, this is American shit. Dude, Muslims and Jews and Christians and Buddhists and atheists and pagans and sex workers and, you know, Colombians and Italians and Native Americans, and that's all American shit. And if you don't realize that, you're a dumbass, okay? Literally. Dude, go to New York City. Dude, everyone should have to live in New York City for a while so you get a taste of, like, real culture. You know? There is no inherent American fucking culture. You know, and you know what's funny about this, too, is let me just tell you, because, like, the white people, when they like whiteness, but there's no white culture, guys. There are white people from Poland, from Croatia, from the UK, from France, from the Netherlands, from Sweden, all very different cultures. A white guy from Germany and a white guy from Texas are going to have two extraordinarily different cultures, okay? And you know, you see these people now. They're doing it with the UK, okay? You know what's going on with the UK where they're saying, hey, the UK, we want the UK to remain the UK. But, like, what does that even mean, bro? Can you imagine if all the Native Americans, like, how do you think Matt Walsh and Elon Musk and all these, you know, or Charlie Kirk, if he was still living, how do you think they'd feel if the Native Americans said, you know what, guys? We want all y'all to get the fuck out of America, and we want America to go back to its native, like, history, the way it was, right? They'd probably have a little problem with that. For them, the world starts when the white man comes in and takes it. That, for them, is when the world starts. And that's what they do. The whites go in and they take over everything, and they kill people and commit wars and kill their food supply, which is why when Muslims move to America, they assume the Muslims are going to do the shit the white Christians did. But I don't think that's true. I think Muslims come to America not because they want to start Sharia law here. They just don't want to live in a theocracy. So they come here to have a sense of freedom and to be able to live outside of the theocracy. Like realistically, I don't think they're coming here to fucking start Sharia law and take over the whole country, man. You know, there might be some extremists that want to do that, like the same way that the Heritage Foundation's trying to take over America. But, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, like, nobody wants a theocracy. Nobody does, except, like, religious program drones, dude. Dude, I don't want a theocracy. Dude, I don't want a theocracy at all, man. You know? And you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, the Heritage Foundation is absolutely a terrorist organization, dude. Dude, I need a haircut. I'm going to get a cut to, like, surfer length, boss. Trust. But the Heritage Foundation is 100% a terrorist organization. They are. They should be registered. All right, let's see what she says about Ben Shapiro, dude. Ben Shapiro is crying again. Dude, all right, let's go. Here we go, guys. All I can say before we start this is this is down with MAGA, okay? Down with MAGA.
Form of anti-blackism that I don't know what to say other than it was the purest form of anti-blackism that I've ever experienced. I mean, it's obvious to me that Ben Shapiro is manifestly insane. Last night, he was gripping the microphone as he would the neck of a black woman. I'm kidding. Obviously, those are not my quotes. Those are actually direct quotations from Ben Shapiro himself when he accuses others of anti-Semitism. Whenever he hears anything that he doesn't like about Israel, those are actually his words. This is a real live tweet from Ben Shapiro accusing any American Jew who is pro-Israel of being Israel first is a pure form of anti-Semitism. That was directed at Nick Fuentes, which will...
Dude, this is the tweet that Nick Fuentes talked about, right? In the Tucker Carlson interview, right? Ben Shapiro, like, ushered in Nick Fuentes with this tweet. This was the tweet that started the Groyper movement, guys.
Circle back to. Also, this was a real tweet directed at Ron Paul. Ron Paul is manifestly insane. As in previous debates, he is now gripping the pen as he would the neck of a Jew. Ron Paul? Really? And this is another tweet. Perry had the memorable moments of the evening. Had the memorable moments of the evening other than Ron Paul's corpse leaning forward from the grave and strangling the Jews. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what to say other than Ben is a funny guy. He is. He's never trying to be funny. He just is funny when he's being serious and he's being seriously angry about a topic. It's just something that I enjoy to watch. And last night, he got on stage with Megyn Kelly. She had a tour stop in Florida. And I want to say, I was kind of impressed with Ben because instead of doing his usual thing where he sends others to do his dirty work so he can keep his hands clean, he was like, I'm going to peer pressure Megyn Kelly myself. I'm going to make her disavow me, make her disavow Candace Owens. I'm going to make her disavow Tucker Carlson by putting her on the spot and asking her to respond to things that Tucker Carlson never did and Candace Owens never did or said. And you really get to see it masked down because you saw this narrative circulating amongst people who were just absurdly making claims that I attacked Erica. And I know what these organic movements look like. I know how they operate behind the scenes. And I know Ben plays a part in this. And so it was actually quite refreshing for me to be like, now everyone gets to see what you are because you're saying stuff that never happened.
So here's the root of this, guys, for those of you that are wondering what's going on. So Ben Shapiro did the same thing that I think most people did, where there has been an implication from Candace that Erica Kirk is connected to Charlie Kirk's murder. Okay? She hasn't outright said it, but she kind of has implied it in many, many different fucking ways. It has been an unspoken thing, but there's enough plausible deniability there that I believe Ben Shapiro came out and said, Candace says Erica did it, right? And I mean, Candace has essentially said what I've seen of the shit we've watched. She has implicated Erica, she has implicated Trump, and she has implicated Israel. Those are the three. Israel's the one that she illuminates the most, right? But she has definitely implicated them, even though she hasn't come out and directly said it. Now, let me see if we can find Ben Shapiro saying this. I don't know if she has it in there. Right? Where he says right here, where is it? Right here.
Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay? And I say that again.
But what?
Because
like I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not. But my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
She's accusing TPUSA insiders and other members of the right wing, including Seth Dillon, of being involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk, yes.
He's not wrong.
Like I said, I don't take in that content, which is an honest statement. I don't have time to watch
No,
Candace's show.
I believe you. I believe you. But the point that I'm making is that
what I
that
understood
friendship
Candace
should
to
not,
have
in
been
our
doing-
business, I think it's important. Listen,
No, and Candace
friendship
and I are
should
not
not
friends.
trump.
We don't even know each other.
I understand, but even with Tucker, friendship should not trump our manifest requirement to speak out when people do and say things that are both detrimental to conservatism and morally wrong.
Okay, so I don't totally disagree, but I think the way of handling that, at least for me, is much different.
See, here's the thing, though, that's interesting, guys, is when you look at this shit that play out, because first off, Ben is not wrong, okay? Candace is absolutely implying that Erica Kirk was in on this. Candace is absolutely implying that TPUSA had a lot to do with it, okay? She's real direct about that shit. Now, what's interesting about this is Megyn Kelly sort of staying out of this, because Megyn Kelly was on stage with Charlie Kirk talking about Epstein. Megyn Kelly is pretty tight with Tucker Carlson, okay? But Megyn Kelly being like, she said that? Like, Megyn Kelly, really? There's no fucking way that Megyn Kelly is not aware of this shit going on, bro. If I'm aware of it going on, Megyn Kelly is fucking aware of this going on. She has a whole staff that is like giving her, like, they have staff that like give them updates of everything that's going on so they know what to do stories on. You know what I'm saying? So her playing dumb there was real fake. She did? She implied that? She knows exactly what's going on, okay? She knows exactly what's going on. Her staff has kept her updated. She watches this shit, right? I don't think she's watching Candace's podcast, right? But you know for a fact she has a staff member somewhere that is monitoring that shit in case it becomes a story. I know this because I monitor this shit. You have to do that shit. That's how you that's how you stay afloat in this business. But like, dude, that was so fake right there, dude. Watch the way she says, right?
And why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No,
dude, but he calls her out. I'm not mother of the internet, but he's like, wait, if this drama was playing on the left, you would be commenting.
But if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of? Really? Really? I read it in a dispatch from my assistant like a week ago. She knows. You know? Dude, come on, bro. Like, come on, dude. It's good we know she's not the mother of the internet.
We'll start with what he said about Tucker Carlson.
Jesus. Sorry, guys. I just blew out your fucking ears. My bad. Volume disparity. Sorry. I was like, oh, shit, bro. I turned the Candace on and the volume was up. I felt like I was getting electrocuted, bro. Oh, Jesus, dude. That is crazy.
Ben plays a part in this. And so it was actually quite refreshing for me to be like, now everyone gets to see what you are because you're saying stuff that never happened. So we'll start with what he said about Tucker Carlson. You should know Ben has a real thing for Tucker Carlson. I don't understand it. It is just, I don't know. It's been going on for a long time. There's something about Tucker.
Dude, I mean, Tucker Carlson is super anti-Semitic. Of course, Ben Shapiro has an issue with Tucker Carlson, dude. Right? Like, what is she even talking about, bro?
Tucker Carlson that gets under his skin. I'm not clear on it. I would actually love to hear Ben speak about that. I mean, people at the Daily Wire, when they're leaving the Daily Wire, have to sign agreements that they're not going to go work for Tucker Carlson for 6 months. It's
Dude, Sinful said, was Ben the demon that caught Tucker? Dude, I almost spit my liquid out, bro. Was Ben the demon that clawed Tucker? Dude, this is actually a good frame. I got to save this one. This one could be the thumbnail, bro. That feels like Candy O. Dude, wow, bro.
strange. Anyways, he jumps into this explaining his upset that like Tucker left him on red. I don't know. Tucker and him had a nice conversation on the day that Charlie Kirk died, and Tucker then sent a nice text because Ben had called him. And I guess Ben thought there would be more of a follow-up, and there wasn't. So here is Ben complaining about that and then spinning it into the accusation that Tucker Carlson...
Sir, I'm going to skip over the Tucker Carlson part because I don't really care about the Tucker. All right, we're going to fucking zip over the Tucker. I want to get to the Candace, to the killing and the Erica Kirk thing.
Want to do a show with him in the future. No. So this just makes no sense. It makes entirely no sense. He's upset because I guess Tucker doesn't want to do a show with him in the future. A lot of stuff goes on in the background that you guys don't understand. So, okay, that's on Tucker. If Tucker doesn't want to collab with Ben, that's on him. Also, it's Tucker's platform. So what it means on people who tried to, doesn't live in New York City, it's not his saying that.
It's interesting. You said a second ago that when people are really frustrated, when the system they live under fails them, they listen to voices that they shouldn't listen to or wouldn't listen to under any other circumstance. Like, how did Al Sharpton get to be the leader of Black America or whatever?
Dude, it's so weird. What Tucker said right there is literally like 𝗙𝗪𝗏, right? When the system fails them, they listen to voices they shouldn't listen to. That's how Anna became a Tucker Carlson fan, right? She's all jealous of Hassan and Emma and everybody who like prospered. She stayed stuck with Cenk and TYT. She became resentful and miserable. I'm not growing. I never got Fox News. I never got the blonde newscaster role. Like, we never get anywhere. We're not getting what we're due. And now, next thing you know, she's going to be the fucking campaign manager for Tucker Carlson's presidential campaign. It's true, guys. It's like, and I think, guys, it boils down to that AA shit. Okay? In AA, there's a saying, guys, resentment is the number one offender. And that's what it is, guys. Resentment. Resentment feeds on you, and it eats you up, and it like viscerally like opens wounds in you that make you susceptible to all kinds of harm. You get self-destructive when you lead with resentment. If you make decisions based on resentment, you make bad decisions. You try to exercise too much control. You get manipulative, right? You just get like, it literally is the great destroyer of relationships and careers, right? If you get into a business, you get a new job and you get resentful of your boss, your whole job experience there is gone. If you get resentful of your partner, your relationship could end. Like, finding a way to manage resentment and not let it just brood and feed and grow is the key to having a long-standing relationships with your career, your art, your lover, whatever, your kids. It's all about how you get out of resentment, you know, because you get it. We all experience it, but then you got to get in AA, there's a couple of things you do. The first thing you do is you identify your role, okay? Instead of blaming the person you're resentful of, you try to identify, what role did I have in creating this situation? And sometimes the role is you're just choosing to hold on to the resentment. So you got to identify your role, and that's the thing you can control. And then you do work around your role, either forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person, agreeing to let go of it. And then the way you do that is by getting into gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, gratitude is like the healing of resentment. Like, for example, if I get resentful in my career or my YouTube channel or my relationship, the first thing I try to do is figure out, what am I doing to participate in this resentment? Am I, yardsticking myself? Am I spending too much time focusing on other people's success and choosing to feel bad about it? Am I, upset with Jenny because, is it really more about my own feelings that are causing this? And then, I do work around that, and then I try to get grateful, okay? You have to get grateful. And when you get gratitude involved in your existence, it takes the power out of the resentment, because resentment's a killer, man. That shit is a killer, dude. It's just too easy, right? It's too easy, you know? But if you look at MAGA, okay, if you look at MAGA, it is resentment politics. Like most of MAGA is just grievance politics. The people that are drawn to MAGA are the people that don't know how to like get out of resentment. And so they go into the MAGA movement and then MAGA tells them, here's who you resent. Aim that shit at the immigrants, aim it at the trans people, aim it at the Democrats, aim it at, you know, whatever, this, that, or the other. Aim it at the people who say shit about Charlie Kirk, right? But you can't externalize it. If you aim resentment at another person, it eats you and not the other person, right? And that's why like resentful people are the ones most at risk of fucking ending up there. And you're right, you can't ignore it. You have to wrestle with it, you know? It's gnarly, dude.
It's like
why do we have to say it?
No,
But
right.
we do.
Yeah. Of course. And,
Yep.
All right, let's
People appreciate it. What is happening here? Okay. This is a watershed moment. Ben does not have it together. He is very insecure and he's going on the attack against Megyn Kelly by lying about what I said and then forcing her to react to the evil of what I never said.
Here we go.
Here's what Ben said.
We're in a business where people comment on what we say publicly. Again, this is why I think you and I differ on our
Watch your
angle
face.
with regard to, for example, Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now.
Dude!
Okay, and I say
Dude, look at her. Dude, she loves this, guys. I mean, she was very upset. Now, I'm telling you, if we have our resentment conversation here, you know Candace resents whatever went on with her and Ben at Daily Wire, and Ben definitely resents what happened there. And so they're playing out some shit right there. Look at her face, bro. Oh my God.
Again.
But what
Because
like
it is
I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
She's accusing TPUSA insiders and other members of the right wing, including Seth Dillon, of being involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk. Yes.
It's just, I don't even know how to respond to it because it just never happened. It's so crazy. He's not even.
Dude, it's not crazy, Candace. It's not crazy. Like, look at her. She's like, oh, I mean, it's not crazy. We've been watching Candace. She's made the implications. I mean, it's one of the. If I want to draw a line from Candace talking to Erica Kirk did it, there's nothing to interrupt that line. It'll take me about 5 seconds to draw that line, bro. I mean, look at her, though. Dude, look at her. She's like, oh, so funny, bro. Dude, I love this, though. Dude, the fact that Ben Shapiro, think about this, though, guys. Ben Shapiro got together with Megyn Kelly at an event, and they're not talking about the left wing, guys. They're not talking about their culture war politics. They're not talking about Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom. They're talking about one of their own having a conspiracy against one of their own, bro. Dude, this is the greatest thing ever! Oh! Dude, this is so amazing. And look at Candace. Like, how did Ben come up with that crazy idea? Crazy Benny is out there.
Anywhere near what's happened. Anybody who's watched this show, I actually was getting flack from my audience for not covering Erica's past or speaking about her parents. I said she gave one of the most consequential speeches, and I have focused my investigation on Turning Point USA and why they're telling certain lies. Seth Dillon, I told.
Yeah, I don't know about the Seth Dillon thing, but she's definitely implicated Turning Point USA. But Erica Kirk literally took that over. That implicates Erica. Come on now. Come on now.
The truth that Seth Dillon lied about the Hamptons meeting and that he was pushing, he was pressuring Charlie about the topic of Israel. I never once accused Seth Dillon of murdering Charlie Kirk. So what's he actually doing here, right? Obviously, there's a lot of layers that we should peel back, and it's important that we do it. The least interesting part of this is the fact that he's lying through his teeth. That's implied he's a Zionist. But there's a lot more that's happening that meets the eye, because Ben Shapiro was effectively the final boss of the pro-Israel lobby, and it's because he never comes out and says what he means. He's kind of like more of a behind-the-scenes person, and we're now watching him come undone in real time, because no matter who you are, in this age of digital media, it is simply not a good idea to lie through your teeth, okay? Wrong time, 2025. Before you get the lie out, the internet is going to clock it, right? They're going to go back and be like, you lied. And when you do something like that, the blowback is going to be on you. They're going to go, actually, this now impacts your credibility. You said that.
Dude, there's no blowback for lying right now. Grant Sloan, you buy that for $1. Let's go, brother. Dude, there is like zero blowback for lying in online at this point. Like none, bro. Like nothing.
That Candace went out and said something about Erica. By the way, you hear the people in the background going, woo! I'm going to tell you what's happening there too, and you're going to see how this thing really works. Point number one that I want to make about what Ben is doing right here is just the stunning hypocrisy of it. Okay? The rules for thee and not for me. Mm-hmm. I am getting old. My memory's getting a little fuzzy, but I distinctly remember the week that I was gloriously fired from the Daily Wire. And during that week,
remember what I said about her being resentful about what happened with her in the Daily Wire? Here it comes, dude. Look at that face, bro. That is the face of incoming resentment. Here it comes.
The CEO of the Daily Wire, at the time it was Jeremy Boring, jumped onto an X space hosted by Lauren Chen and had a conversation with Nick Fuentes where he sang Nick Fuentes' praises and also invited him onto the Daily Wire, okay? Here's a headline, because the Huffington Post remembers too. Daily Wire CEO tells white supremacist Nick Fuentes that he's talented and he's very funny. The article goes on. During a live-streamed conversation with white supremacist Nick Fuentes last week, the CEO of the Daily Wire, a major right-wing media outlet, praised the prominent fascist influencer and offered only mild criticism about some of his political views, a stark difference from how he has spoken about Fuentes in the past. On March 25th, the Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring joined Fuentes on X for a live audio chat room. Boring told Fuentes that he listens to Fuentes' show quite often.
Jesus.
And that he thinks Fuentes is, quote unquote, very funny and one of the most talented political influencers, even if he is very concerned about some of what Fuentes says. Later in the discussion, Boring said that he'd be thrilled to have Fuentes on one of the Daily Wire's shows to debate the media company's popular pundits, some of whom have millions of viewers. This happened. So I want you just to remember this, because I feel like people are not appreciating how hypocritical it is that he's now trying to struggle session Megyn Kelly because, he had Fuentes on the show, when the Daily Wire position in 2024 was that their CEO could talk to Nick Fuentes publicly, praise Nick Fuentes publicly, and also invite Nick Fuentes onto the Daily Wire platform. We should actually take a listen to a little bit of that conversation.
Dude, so, I mean, the HuffPost and Candace make sense. Candace was a left-wing influencer, guys. Don't you forget, okay? Candace Owens, I believe she sued a college for racial discrimination. She's a lefty, guys. She was a left-wing political commentator in the blogosphere. It never took. Then she saw kind of an opening and became the kind of like token in the right-wing space, and then eventually hooking up with Charlie Kirk and eventually getting sort of like legitimized by Kanye, right? But dude, she's not really, I don't know. I don't think she's really right-wing, dude. She reminds me of the right-wing version of Cenk Uygur, okay? Where Cenk Uygur was a Republican and his incel blogs never really took off. It never really vibed for him. Eventually, he became a progressive guy and he hitched himself to Bernie, but he's mostly attacks everybody. and mostly just is like, I'm the only person with the correct theory and everyone else around me is crazy. But he's really a Republican, Cenk Uygur. If you look at his behavior, if you look at where his softness lies, his softness is always for the Republicans, for Trump, for the authoritarian, for the poly market money. And I mean, Candace Owens is like a right-winger conspiracy. I'm the only real voice that counts. I'll fucking roll anybody for money. But really, her soft spots are more like she's kind of a lefty in a way, even though she's not, but she sort of is. She's like a lefty in a right-wing career, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I can even stand to watch her, is because, like, you can still see that little nugget of leftism in her, right? You can, even though she's a horrible, untrustworthy grifter. But she was definitely a lefty, you know?
Between Jeremy Boring, then CEO of Daily Wire, and Nick Fuentes. Take a listen.
People can say, well, I don't like.
All right, again, she's trying to throw them under the bus. Again, though, look at this shit, though, what she does, right? Because her attack on Ben Shapiro saying, like, oh, you're blaming Erica Kirk. Her attack is to say, well, Ben Shapiro's company CEO is a white supremacist or likes the white supremacist, right? You notice how she's like tit for tatting the attack on like trying to like remove Ben's credibility. But I mean, does Candace come out and say, I don't think Erica Kirk had anything to do with this? Or does she do a Pam Bondi? Because that was the Pam Bondi White House, the White House move right there.
It was okay when the Daily Wire never to pretend that he's noble. Of him picking, number two I'm going to make here is the stunning hypocrisy again, okay, of him picking the topic of Charlie Kirk to pretend that he's noble.
See, she's attacking Ben's credibility, but I don't know if we're going to see her come out and say, oh, I don't think Erica Kirk had anything to do with Charlie's death. I mean, it would be real easy for her to say that. To be clear, guys. Does she do it? I'm not going to watch this whole thing. I don't know if she does it.
To pretend like he has to say something, even though he's lying, in defense of what's happening to Charlie Kirk's widow, when it is just a fact that Ben Shapiro did a lot of things behind the scenes to stop the rise of Charlie Kirk. It's a fact, okay? Here's another text message. I have literal hundreds of them pertaining to Ben, sending his YAF boys, the YAF boys, the National Review peeps that were coming after us, writing articles. The one that I showed in this little, our thumbnail here, we can show this conversation. Yeah, it was a headline. Ben Shapiro's YAF launches smear campaign against Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens. Hey, Charlie, wherever you are, it's happening again. It's just a smear campaign. I don't know why, but this is what Ben does. And it is also interesting.
Dude, it's a fact that JD may or may not have nutted in Erica already. Oh, shit, dude. Dude, Erica forgave the shooter. Dude, I don't buy that. Dude, Erica is like putting on a fucking dog and pony show. You know what I'm saying? She is putting on a dog and pony show for the right? She is putting on a dog and pony show for the Christians is what Erica is doing. Okay? And you know,
that when I was telling you that Ben called Charlie and he was lamenting the fact that Charlie and I had this friendship and warning him that he shouldn't have him, Charlie felt like Ben was like throwing down like slave owner vibes. And he was just like, he thinks I like own you or something, but I'm going to show you the text messages because otherwise you'll say it didn't happen. Here we go. This was, again, everything. Ben was going on people's shows and talking down about me and Charlie.
Oh, look at this. You are bigger than Ben now. Oh, dude, she is so petty.
And he said, you're bigger than Ben now. I'm walking into the White House yesterday. I realized that. I said, I know. He hates it. And he said, we just have to treat him like noise. He wants you to punch down to him. His respect amongst movement fighters is quite low. I feel like that's relevant right now to what Ben's doing. He wants to egg on this fight because he's lost a certain bit of respect. And then Charlie goes on, you got in his head, which is terrific. The Ben thing involves me more than he wants to admit. And then we went on, and this is the same conversation, he knows that Jon Snow, he's using a Game of Thrones reference, is stronger as the dragons fly higher. And he said it pisses him off. And he is sending his incestuous brother to go try and kill us. It's worse. He views you as my slave, 100%. Control her is what he really was saying to me when he called. So this has been, and by the way, like I said, I have hundreds of these messages. And so you have to imagine being in my position when you see someone.
Dude, he views you as my slave. Oh my God, bro. And she's like throwing that out on Ben. Dude, that's funny. Popcorn.
Who did everything he could to kind of stop the rise of Charlie Kirk, now trying to struggle session Meghan, who was actually a very good friend to Charlie. Charlie deeply respected her. And towards the end, obviously, she took a very principled position on telling the truth about what he was going through. And Charlie dies, and suddenly he's like, I care about this evil that could be happening. Candace is investigating who killed her friend, and she shouldn't be doing that. I mean, there's no way to spin it. What is his suggestion here? That me asking questions about Turning Point USA somehow means that I'm blaming Erica, who wasn't even working for Turning Point USA when Charlie died, because now she's the CEO? Of course he doesn't believe that. And it is just, so, to me, it is truly so gross to do this to a person that you know you tried to block. And you just, now that he's dead, I guess you want to sort of rewrite history.
See, what's crazy about it is through all of that, through all of impugning Ben's character, you may have noticed, guys, there's a technique here, though, because Candace has said, how could Ben, where is he coming up with this crazy idea? But she's not simply saying, I don't think Erica had anything to do with this. She's not saying that at all. She's still leaving that like wide open. She is just attacking the outrageousness of Ben's character and Ben's hypocrisy and Ben, like, where is he getting this information? But she has not ruled it out at all, okay? You know what I'm saying? And yes, Professor, I wonder exactly, like, who she's talking with. I mean, obviously, there, like, you know what there is right now, guys, is I feel like what's going on, you ready? Here's what's going on, guys, is Charlie Kirk is the death rattle of Trumpism. It just fucking hit me. Why? Because Charlie Kirk was the real successor, okay, in the influencer space, right? Maybe not yet politically. That's J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio. But when you look at the person who had the most reality TV influencer clout up and coming to replace like Donald Trump's voice, it was Charlie Kirk. He was the heir apparent. And now there isn't an heir apparent. So now they're all fighting for it. Benny Johnson is in the White House being the Trump sniff, aligning with JD and the powers that be and being the microphone. Ben Shapiro is trying to like convince everybody Candace is bad and crazy. TPUSA is like, we're the Christian Crusader revolution. We're the ones reigniting Christianity. Okay. Everybody is fighting for the mouthpiece because there's no heir apparent. There is no, right? There's Tucker fighting for it. Like, and everybody is like looking for a piece of that carcass. Nick Fuentes is trying to eke in there. I mean, dude, this is going to be ground zero of a bunch of conspiracy theorists, egomaniac power, and money-hungry motherfuckers just shredding each other, trying to get that top spot, right? And because Charlie, he was the voice, bro. He was, right? And now he's gone. And none of these guys are Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Right? They aren't. You know, I mean, Charlie, I thought he was an asshole, but he had a way with like the frat boys. Dude, they loved him, right? Those young frat boys and shit, they loved him because he was a fucking mediocre white guy, dropout who hustled. He was a hustler dropout who was able to like shuck and jive his way into power. And you're right, he was simple. He was simple. He was not particularly smart. But Charlie did that thing, right? He did the same thing Donald Trump does, where Charlie like took power with making it look like he didn't really want power. Okay, and that's what Trump does too. Trump makes it seem like, I don't want power. What do you mean? I'm just here dancing. Meanwhile, Trump is like Machiavellian with it. And Charlie was the same way. Okay, he looked like, I don't want power. I just want to hang out with you guys and debate. But he was a Machiavellian power like grabber behind the scenes, man. You know? And now they're all brawling. And on that note, though, guys, it's dance party time. So I got to go make some videos. All right, you guys ready? Oh, dude, we're gonna set some fires, guys. We're gonna light some fires here. I want to help them burn it down. I think at this point we gotta just help them burn it down. Burn, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Burn the mother down. Woo! Dude. Plus, I gotta admit, I like this gossipy shit on the slow news days, boss, right? Right? I mean, what are we gonna do, dude? Slow news days? I want to bring TPUSA down, boss. Okay? And I want Erica Kirk and her Danny DeVito hands to have to give up the rings, bro. That's what I want. I want to give those rings to the impoverished. Let's go! Yeah, I like the earlier shows too, dude. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Kirk would probably have implicated Donald Trump January 6th fake elector trial a few weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Hey, we got to remember TPUSA was involved with that shit. I need to do a little more research on that girl Friday, but several of TPUSA people were like the fake electors, dude. They were tied into Jan 6. I mean, TPUSA is into some dirty shit, guys. Okay, they're not wrong. Okay, TPUSA is into some shit. Dude, we didn't even get to the fucking Epstein bombshell, guys. I'm fucking bummed that we missed the Epstein bombshell. We'll have to get to that tomorrow. But there was a definite Epstein bombshell. I mean, I think we got a little sidetracked. What did we talk about in the beginning of the stream? We talked about Talarico. That's right. We talked about Talarico is why we got sidetracked, because we talked about Talarico and the sex workers. And then we hit on Nancy Mace. But yeah, no, this is not even the Prince Andrew. Dude, there is some shit with the Ivory Coast, okay? The Ivory Coast and you know, Ehud Barak. Okay, there is some shit with Jeffrey Epstein, some new leaked emails, right? And I mean, Andrew, they want to call him in, but this is some other shit where they found emails of Epstein being a go-between between the African country of Ivory Coast and the Israeli intelligence, like hooking Ivory Coast up with Israeli surveillance gear. And this shit is really weird. Like, why was Jeffrey Epstein, this like tax evader guy from the US, why was he like part of a surveillance deal with a fucking African nation, bro? This shit is just getting wild, guys. It is getting crazy, bro. It is getting, dude, right? Oh shit. All right, time to stretch, guys. We got some fucking dancing to do. Oh. Oh. All right, you ready? Dude, Charlie did the 5th about J6. Do we have is there some video of that? Was there a film deposition? Dude, we have to look into some of this shit. You guys ready? I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to fucking bust some moves, boss. All right, let's get into it. I gotta go make some videos. We're about to get into a little bit of the deja vu. Let's go, baby. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Got a lot of choices. I got a lot of ways that I can go. I hear a lot of voices. They have a lot to say, but I don't know. Been here before. Yeah, I do recognize the title. There's marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like things will turn out okay. Everything lately, I'm feeling so familiar. Coming on greatly, it's feeling like a million. I've been here before, yeah, I do recognize the title of this marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like things will turn out okay.
Let's go,
Coming
guys.
up slowly, this feeling that I have now, almost a bit holy, notion that I will make it out somehow. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you, and I can see it like things will turn out alright this time. I know.
Let's go. Dude. Let's go, baby. Oh. Dude, that was amazing. Thank you again, guys, for another amazing stream. Fucking appreciate the shit out of you guys. Gotta keep that head together, right? And keep our head together. We got a long way to go in this Trump admin. We gotta keep trying to burn MAGA to the ground. And I hope you guys are still feeling the hope from the election. The election was good, dude. It was good. I feel like people are energized. We know we can win. And it's time to take these motherfuckers on. And now we're gonna go out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Let's go. Let's get him. Good night.
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right.
I just want to change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't want to hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about you. I would never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand because I find